Hey guys, welcome to my second art vlog. So I'm going to start this off with a mini rant, and I'm really sorry, but it's got to be done, alright? It really bothered me for the whole time I was using this program. Alright, so I'm going to start with the pros of this program. It's called Rant Designer, and someone recommended it to me in place of Inkscape and Illustrator. And I like to try out new programs. You know, maybe it's good, maybe it's useful in other ways, or maybe somebody I know can handle it better. Whatever. So I'm like, you know what, let me give it a shot. And what I like to do with new programs is test to see how intuitive it is, how I can apply knowledge from other programs into it without looking up tutorials and without Googling anything. And Graphic Designer is amazing. It was very simple to get used to. It was a little tricky at first to figure out what tool is what, but once I figured it out, I was like, oh, well, this is easy. As you can see, I'm making a Bezier curve to put text on for a sticker pack I'm working on, which should be available soon. I have to retake the pictures. They didn't turn out as well as I thought they did, so I'm hoping to get that done this weekend at the time of recording this part of the audio. As you can see, I can edit the curve while the text is on it. I can adjust the text, no problem. I can copy and paste things. I can rotate. It's just very, very easy to do. I didn't have any issues. It didn't bug out on me. It didn't crash on me. I can just drag and drop. And the nice thing I liked about this is every time I brought a new sticker design in, I could change the size of it exact. So it's somewhere on the right where I can change like the height to 3 inches or something like that, and it'll proportionately scale the rest of it for me. And I really like that feature. It made my life a lot easier with these, and I thought, well, this helps me keep things consistent versus like, oh, well, I'll just free transform it and hope for the best. This kind of looks like the same size, you know? And the exporting of it was really easy too. I can export in CMYK, which is what I need, and at 300 dpi as a PDF, all that great stuff. And I could add in multiple pages, and each page kind of acts like has its own separate layers there, as you can see on the left. So I'm not really seeing any content from page 1 with all the rabbit skull stickers, and I like that too. It made it, you know, clutter-free, and it was just really simple to use. So I really enjoyed working with it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I can say about it. I haven't used it for anything else yet except doing the stickers here, but that's really only wanted any of this for. It's just that Bezier curve and putting the text on it for this, because krita doesn't have that capability yet, and Inkscape, it's just a pain to do, you know. So yeah, and the nice thing about this too is when I copy and pasted that text from one sticker to another, I didn't have to worry about it pasting it in the middle of the page or pasting it off the side. It was the first time I pasted it in place, you know, above the original. I could just say that information like, oh, I know what you're doing. So every time I hit Control V to paste another one, it just overlaid it where I last had it, which made life easier as well. So I didn't have to worry too much about, oh my god, it's you know, not in the same place as the other ones, or it's a little bit off. I mean, it was still a little bit off when I had to move it, but not enough that, like, if I was just manually moving it around, you know, it had a more consistent feel to it. I'm trying to think what else I liked about it. I didn't really get to do anything else with it. You do have to make an account when you first download it, which I was like, whatever, you know, not a big deal. I have to do the same thing with HitFilm for my video editing. You know, it's really not that big of a deal. It's not open source though, so if you're looking for open source software, Graphic Designer is not open source. So yeah, I'm waiting for this to kind of wind down so I can get into the negatives. Because boy, oh boy, when I found this out, I was miffed. Actually, you can tell right now. If you look in the bottom right corner, every so often a yellow bar pops up. So when I downloaded this, which I will show you in a minute, this is no fault to the person who suggested it, because this is recent, it happened this year. So here I am on Google to search graphic designer, right? Because that's what you would do if someone tells you, oh hey, use graphic designer. Here you go. Now here's the problem. The only links to graphic designer are designer.io or gravit.io, and both look like the same. So let's open Gravit Designer first. I'm sorry, there's three: Designer.io, Gravit.io, Designer Gravit.io, and then Gravit.io. So this is where I downloaded it from. Okay, I can use it online too, which is pretty cool. So if I'm on the go, I can take those files with me. They're in the cloud, no biggie. I'm not a fan of the cloud, so that doesn't really appeal to me, but if you are that person, you know what? That might be useful for you. So I'm looking at it, you know, browsing what you can do with this. Great. I've seen some more people do with it on their Twitter page, and it looks really cool. So alright, different ways to design. It's got all the basic things that I want. The pages, like I was saying, your layers, right here, which was what I was using and I really liked about this. For my stickers, I would import it and I would just say, hey, I want this in inches and I want the height to be 3. Boom. And it transforms it, if you make sure it's locked, proportionately. You can change effects, you know, size of the text. Cool. These are the things that it can do: layout, vector, structure, blah 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 blah. And now you can download it. And here's our social media page. Okay. So if you hit download, you go download, you pick whatever you're using. So I'm going to do Windows Installer. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure if that's because I already have it though, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But if you do run into that issue, let me know and let them know immediately on their Twitter, because they actually are very responsive there. So, alright, so besides that, there's nothing on here that says it's a trial. Alright, nothing. So when I downloaded this, I was really excited. Like, okay, there's nothing weird going on, except for the fact that now when I open it, let's see what it does. I'm drinking cold coffee. It's so gross. Okay, well, I'll just go to new design. Here we go. So I waited for the trial to end because I wanted to know what it was like, and as you can see, this is the first time I'm seeing this message. So my trial of Gravit Designer Pro is coming to an end. And here's what ticked me off, because nothing on their website said this. And when I tweeted them about it, their response was they're still working on the website. They got bought out by Corel in June, I think it was. And they made the announcement when they updated to 3.4. And since then, they have not made changes to their website to mention that Designer Pro is not free, that you're not downloading a trial, and they don't talk about the price of it. And that really bothered me. I felt that was misleading as a company. I felt like you're being like kind of shoehorned, like, hey, this is a great product. Oh, you like it? Well, you're gonna get all these cool features, the basic features taken away and you have to buy it. You know, it's like dangling a carrot in front of your face and saying, here you go, and then as soon as you go to grab it, it's like, just kidding. You have to pay for it. You know, that really bothered me, their approach to it. Not so much that you have to buy it, but the way it's been handled. So, here are things that I don't get anymore. I can't export high quality PDFs. That doesn't make sense to me, because 300 DPI is kind of like a basic thing. And I'll bring up that page too. Extended SVG export. And advanced symbol features and CMYK swatches. This one bothered me the most. The fact you're taking a simple, I don't want to say simple, but a basic color mode away, something that your average user who's using Gravit Designer is going to come here for, that's a deal breaker for me. You're telling me that I can't work in CMYK unless I pay $50 a year. And that's only a bit, this is their like introductory price. I'm sure they're not always going to have that. And the default price is $100 a year. So $100 a year, I'm getting this? That's not worth it. Like, I can just go back to Inkscape and deal with the interface. Or I can just go back to Krita. You know, it's just not worth it. So, I'm just gonna close that and see what it's doing. So here it's different, which is even more annoying. So the first page said $50, I think it was, and now it's saying $78.99. Great. Alright. So I guess I can continue with Gravit Designer free. Oh, I just made a random thing. So let's see what I can do. My main thing was making curves. So I can't use the Gravit Designer free, because the whole point of using it was this. Well, actually, maybe I can. Maybe I should be okay. Yeah. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I should be okay. So let me make sure I can do, whoops, text on here. Yep, I can still do text. That's great. So let me select that and export. Oh, so I can't even... I was hoping I could export just a selection and then put that in Krita to save as a PDF there, but I can't. So this program isn't going to be great for me. Alright, so we'll just save this as text test export. Minimize that. Let's open it in Krita, I guess. Well, that looks like crap, but I think that might be because it's a small image. So let me try and make a new one. So we'll just say 3000 by 3000. And say text. Here for G4. Let me see about my fonts, because the only thing that bothered me is I can't use my system fonts, and I have a lot of fonts. I paid for a giant pack and I can't use— oh wait, is it loading? Never mind, I take it back. I think it's all here. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's all here. I take that back. It just took a minute to load. Okay. I'll use the balloon letters and we'll change that size. 52. Nope, make it 150. Okay. Not the greatest, but let's try. Alright, so the size of the file does have an effect, so that isn't terrible. So this might still be usable for me for what I wanted to do for it. But it does irk me that I can't export this in CMYK or a PDF. Well, anyway, so let's go and take a look at the other websites and see what we can find. Alright, so Designer Gravit. Oh, this is the actual online portion. The cloud thing. Let's go to Gravit.io. This is a little better if you use this website first, because you can say try it now, and saying try it now means it sounds more like a free trial, right? But there's still no mention of how much it costs. So that's cool. And the first page of Googling doesn't mention anything about where to buy it. And this is what annoys me. Let me see if I close this and I bring it up again. I'll bring it back to that buy page. If it does, maybe it'll take me to the website. Nope. That's cool. I can't even... Alright, so that's a failure. Alright, well I know what website it is. I just wanted to show that it's a pain in the butt to find... Oh! Okay. It doesn't work now? That's great. Well, I can go to the forums and see a lot of people complaining about it. Okay, well let me go to my bookmarks and see if it's there. So as you can see, Offer Designer, well that works for some reason. Alright, so here is the full list of what you get for free and what you get for pro. Work offline. I should be able to work offline for any program. This is something that a lot of companies are doing and it's stupid. I don't care about cloud, but if you do, it might be worth it for the unlimited storage. That makes sense to pay for. This does not make sense to pay for the PDF export. I mean, that just 300 DPI is like the minimum to me now. You can go 600, 900, so on and so forth. This should be, if you want to pay for it, you should be able to export more than 300 DPI. I don't understand why I would want to pay for the CMYK color space. I should have that already. I'm not clear on the SVG exports on what considered advanced for that. So that might be worth paying for, I'm not sure. This makes sense to pay for, bringing in files from other software things or whatever to edit. That makes sense to me. Alright, I can see paying for that. In advanced export options, to export individual or whole documents, I'm on the fence about. I don't know if that's worth paying for. We're using existing elements because you can save things as a element in Gravit Designer, I believe, and just drag and drop, which to me is weird because why can't I just copy and paste unless I'm misunderstanding what they mean by that. So I don't know. And then extended font support. Do I need the fonts that Gravit provides you? No, I have my own. This is just kind of silly. The number of non-destructive effects, I guess that works, but whatever. Master pages, I can understand that, you know, color swatches, that's stupid. I can save color swatches in MS Paint. I have a limit to it, but I can do that. So if MS Paint can have me save color swatches, I don't see why Graphic Designer would make me pay for that. But whatever. This is... I thought I was using this, but I guess not. But I don't like that you have to pay for it when it is like a basic thing in any vector program. And then version history, that makes sense too. So the problem again is that what I'm paying for is what was considered free for a very long time in Graphic Designer from what I looked up. So a lot of people were mad that they've been using this for free for years, and then all of a sudden they get bought by Corel and Graphic Designer says, hey, by the way, you like these features that you've been using for years? We're taking those away and we're going to make you pay for them. That's a big deal. This is why I usually strive for open source, because of things like that. That's kind of like a jerk move. It's like saying you bought your house and then the person who you bought the house from comes back and says, oh, by the way, we're going to let you keep the house, but we're going to take those other rooms away, and if you want to use those rooms, you have to pay. Like, no. You've been using those rooms for a while, why do you suddenly have to pay to use your own shit? You know, it just, it makes no sense. Now, Again, I don't have a problem paying for it or having a price point for it. That's fine. It's the way it's handled, the way that their website is, the fact that I have to go digging for information. I mean, I spent a long time just to find this page, and that's ridiculous. You know, I shouldn't have to do that. And now that I open it up and it gave me one offer price, and then I closed it and gives me a second offer price for more, but still less than the flat price that they're going to eventually charge, this is very messy. You know, and it does reflect on Gravit, and I do feel bad because in the forums or whatever discussion page they have, they are trying to mitigate that storm of frustration, but they can only do so much because they no longer own their own software. Corel owns it, so whatever they do, they have to go through Corel. You know, it's like a company merge. So yeah, and then I do feel bad because they must be hurting because, you know, I did have complaints about that these features are not worth paying $100 a year for. It's not, in my opinion. I mean, maybe some other people think it is, but for me, knowing that this software, this was all included for free for years, and then they're just now taking it away and making you pay for that for $100 even, it's not worth it. You know, I can't really support that. Now the $40 price, or whatever it was, that is a price that I'd be willing to pay for this. If they included all of this as standard, which they had been for years, and adding in new features. And making it so I don't have to pay a yearly price for it, because, you know, maybe their features in the future just aren't gonna be relevant to me, you know? And I really hate that yearly subscription thing. I really do. It's just stressful to make sure that you're actually paying it, that it actually went through. If you change credit cards or something happens, or you change banks, you gotta take care of it. It's just a pain from a consumer view. It just really is. Alright, well, now that I'm here, let's see if I can get to the main page. No, this is all going back to Corel. So let's just delete that. Nope, I can't. So I can't even buy it right now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they are updating their website all of a sudden. Let me go back here and see if my yellow... Whatever. Okay, so I can buy it here. So in order for me to buy it now, I have to go through the software. I can't go through the website. And again, I don't know if they're in the middle of updating it. I don't know what's going on. But I'm definitely not going to buy it, knowing that their website's not working. Because that's a little weird to me. And they did message me on Twitter, like a private message, saying that they would offer Gravit Designer for me for $39.99 or cheaper, something like that. And I felt bad, you know. To me, it's like I didn't even have like any real complaints about the software. I was just frustrated with their websites and the fact that I didn't feel, you know, that the price was worth what I was getting, you know. So they offered me a lower discount. I was like, no, and I felt bad because to me that says they're desperate for customers and customer satisfaction, and they're doing what they can to retain that customer base and everything else, you know. And it's just sad, you know. And I do hope them the best in the future. I will continue using the free version to export the PNGs, and hopefully, I don't know, it sounds like it's going to be a bigger pain, because if I need it to be, you know, high-res export, I'm going to have to double that document size. And oh, can I import PNGs? Make sure this comes in right. Yeah, so I can still change that. Whoops. That's really small. I'm gonna make sure I can change this to inches. Why won't you let me change? Here we go. No? What? I'm gonna have to look into that. So that's just kind of my review of this program. My opinion and perspective on it. And if you don't need to do a lot and you're okay with just exporting as PNG, then yeah, the free version, you know, it works for you, but the main thing I downloaded it for was to export as PDFs and make my life easier. And if it's just going to add another step in my process, I don't even know if it's really worth keeping. Alright, so here I am, done with my rant. Sorry about that, but back to normal stuff. I'm making some stickers for it was originally going to be for Valentine's Day, but kind of changed up a little bit, or I went in a different direction. So these my deck looking characters or drawings or whatever, I was really in the mood to draw like non-humans, and I wanted to draw horns. So I was like, oh, what better way than to, you know, do something a little demonic looking, you know? And I'm really happy with how they turned out, which you will get to see as well. I kept it really simple in their look. I didn't want to go too crazy, and to save me some time and headaches, I used the mirror tool, which honestly I'm really glad I did. I think it really helped finalize their design a lot easier, where I could see the whole thing at once. You know, if I didn't like these horns, I could change them a little bit, you know? So I'm really glad I used that. I didn't go, oh, I'll just, you know, do it freehand and not worry about it. You know, because sometimes I consider it cheating to use a mirror tool when in reality it isn't. So yeah, I had a male and a female. They are currently available on my Etsy store as stickers. I think they're $3.50 each, or 2 for $5, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, but it was originally going to be like an incubus and a succubus type thing, but I decided to take that text off because I think at this point, when I was making the star, I was like, oh, this would be a really cool charm idea, and I've never done charms before, and I really wanted to try it out, and I think these were the perfect designs to do that with. So I'm currently getting the female charm made in a small batch, and I should get those by early February. And here I'm struggling to make a star. Circles and stars are the bane of an artist's existence. Like, it's more difficult than it really should be. So yeah, but I figured it out. I got one working the way I wanted it to. Yeah. But yeah, these are stickers. I think they're like 3 or 4 inches. I think they're 4 inches tall. They're waterproof and they're polyester, and they turned out really nice. They came out a little bit different color-wise when I got them printed. I'm opening them right now if you can hear the bag open, sorry. But the reds pop a lot more, and I like that. I might be getting my own printer to print these in the future, but for now I think this will do. And yeah, like I said, they're waterproof, and I have one on my laptop of a different design I made of a little holiday fish, and it stayed on really well. It hasn't curled up at all, it hasn't rubbed off, it hasn't torn or anything. And I did run them underwater, and it is waterproof. I mean, I don't like recommend sticking it underwater for hours at a time, but if you get water on it, like, oh no, got water droplets, it's not going to smudge. So yeah, I'm really happy with them. They're, you know, I was really excited when I printed them out. I think the female is my favorite. I think that it's just because I'm used to drawing female characters versus male. So, but anyway, enough about that. Let's continue with what I'm doing. Here I'm trying to. My original idea was to make Valentine's stickers. I was trying to do like more LGBT and all that friendly stuff, but I've been on a mermaid kick lately, so I was like, oh, I'll do mermaids, you know, 2 women, 2 men. But I don't like how the designs went, and I'm not sure I'm like comfortable profiting off of that, if that makes sense. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I haven't revisited Yeah, maybe I will. I'll just put it for free for download somewhere. The whole idea was that they're silhouettes. Like, my whole thing with this was just to keep everything as simple as possible and not go overcomplicated, because sometimes I'll be really, really into like, oh, let me make this as complicated and detailed as possible, and then I get overwhelmed and I get lost in what I'm doing, and it's just not good. So the octopus, the heart, the skull, and the cat were going to be stickers for Valentine's Day, but after I finished coloring them, I was like, you know, it's just a lot of work to get the stickers, and with shipping and everything, and they're not like that popular to buy online. So what I did was I took the cat and I made them into like Valentine's cards, which you can download and print yourself on my Etsy store. And I think that was a better decision I made. And then here's the final look of the stickers. When I print these out, the red is more vibrant and the hair is a little darker. As stickers, I don't know what the charm's gonna look like. I think the charm's gonna come out more accurate to what I had. So I'm excited. I'm hoping they come out good. It's the first time doing them, and I'll like put it on my social media, like how they turn out and stuff. So yeah. Right now I'm just tweaking the design because the first print I did, I liked them. Actually, am I tweaking the design in this one? I think I am. Yes. So I made the outline much bolder because before it was a thin line, and when I printed them the size the charm would be, it didn't stick out very well. And I didn't like that. I want these to pop, you know? So I made it bolder, I reprinted them the size I would want the charm to be, and it came out so much better. I was really happy with it. So yeah, if you can hear my cat, she's being very naughty today. Been trying to get in my computer room. She's not allowed because the last time she turned the power, or pressed the power button on my tower, and my computer decided, well, I guess I'll turn off too. Yeah, that's great. Anyway, I'm just making some color edits to this, kind of brightening around the eyes, which I might even brighten a little bit more, depending on how the charms look. And how I can get them to print, because they just print, like, I love how they printed where I got them printed at, but some areas I just want to get them as accurate as possible. So we'll see. But yeah, just saving these out as PNGs to put into Gravit Designer before my trial expired to get my watermark on there. So my stickers are gonna have the watermark. Not the watermark, the business name on there. The charms at this point will not, but in the future they will. So I was doing some research and it makes sense. A lot of people were like, oh, I got this cool sticker or charm or print and I don't know where I got it from, you know, can someone help me? So I was like, oh, is this a good idea? And it is, and it's also good for copyright reasons too. So yeah, and here are the final designs of the other little things I drew. Cat, squid, all that, or octopus, all that fun stuff. And I do like what I did. I think they're really cute little doodles. I just don't know what to do with them. The jar, the love potion one, I will probably be turning into Valentine's cards. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this art vlog. I hope you liked it even with my little rant. And don't forget to link to my coffee, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.